today. Missed you guys yesterday. It was a bit of a day for me, so hope you're all doing much better than I was yesterday. But I am here ready to craft with you. I'm going to just turn my camera over here. I am also live on YouTube if you prefer to watch me there. Trying to go live in both places because, you know, here on Facebook, these get deleted after 30 days, and our friends in YouTube don't do that. So, hi, my YouTube friends. Here we are. Keyword today is treat. So, type the word treat if you're on Facebook and check your messages. That will get you a link to all the things I'm using today. All right, it's not showing me yet, so we're going to just give it a second. I'm going to use the clipboard stand from my shop that I do not believe I have used yet. So this is still available. This surface came out a little while ago. I think I don't even know, but it comes with a clip, a way to screw it together, and a way to hold it back. So we're just going to take this off. This is your little clamp. We'll get all this put on afterwards. Where can I put this? I'm going to put these in the Ziploc bag so I don't lose them. All right, let me see if I am live. Why is it not showing me live? It's not. All right, let me check my phone here. Hang on 1 second. It is not showing me live. Oh, now it's showing me live. Hi, guys. That was really strange. Hopefully you can all see me. Could you see me? My phone was like, that's so weird. Hi, everybody. I am live, but I don't know. Things were strange on my end. There we go. Did you think I was there but not there? Something must have happened when I put my phone in the phone holder. Hi. Sorry, guys. That was very strange. Keyword is treat, okay? So if somebody could type the word treat and check your message. Hi, Marianne, how are you? And Lena, today is better. Hi, Sandy and Patricia. Donna, happy to see you. Susan Pierce, Wendy, hello. Hopefully you guys heard all the things. Did you hear all the things? This is a clipboard stand. We are going to work with this, but this is what I need to see here. Okay, when you get these, there are 2 holes on this side, 1 hole on this side. This is the top. This, I believe, goes with this thing in the bigger hole, and this is what's going to help have it stand up, okay? So when you do this, oh, it does work. Thank you, Wendy. When you are working with this, make sure that the side that's the front, you have the little hole at the top, okay? All right, here we go. So we are actually, I don't know if you really need to sand this, but we're going to sand it lightly. Very lightly, just to smooth it out just a little tiny bit. And I'm just using an old piece of sandpaper. You can tell I've used it a bazillion times. Just to smooth this out, we don't need to wax it or anything like that. But what we are going to, Teresa, thank you for the stars. You're amazing. The other day, you guys were asking me about the modern plaid transfer. So we're actually going to put that here, and then we're going to work on something else, okay? So this way I can show you what it looks like, all right? Now, I'm just going to work with my backer sheet. If you're new to my page, you haven't been here before, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. You can use these over and over and over again as long as you take really good care of them. And one way to do that is add some fuzz to the back. So I'm just taking this terry cloth towel and adding a little fuzz to it. And then I'm just going to put my design somewhere on here that is easy to clean, and I'm going to put it to the edge, I think, and just get it somewhat straight. Doesn't have to be perfect. Love the nails and earrings. Thank you, Lena. These nails are just a fun summer. I went with a fun summer design. A little funkier than I normally do, but I'm saving a couple sets of nails for when school starts. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to use black chalk paste on here and just give ourselves a background. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Hello from Waco. Kathleen, how are you? Okay, you want to get your air bubbles out. Okay, use a dry squeegee to do it. And then we're just going to take our black chalk paste and run it over the silk screen, just like this. Now you can do any color you like. I was just trying to stick with something neutral for the background. You don't really need to go over these teal ones because there's no design there. So what you want to do is just take your paste and press it into the silk screen, just like you're buttering toast. Pretty simple. And then we're going to lift this. And okay, this design is an 18 by 12 by 18 design. And sometimes, guys, you know, you don't want to get the whole thing dirty and clean the whole thing and all the things. So I'm just going to show you a trick that I learned, or that I figured out, I guess. I'm sure I'm not the only one that figured this out, but this way maybe it'll encourage you to shop some of the bigger designs. All right, hang on now. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is even more different than I thought it was going to look. How cool is that? Hit that heart button for me. Hi, Cindy. That's pretty neat, isn't it? All right, we're just going to set this aside because we need it to dry anyway. But this is what I do. Oh, did I bring my... It's okay. This is how I do it. If I don't want to clean my whole transfer, okay, this is just a dish mat from my drawer, okay? I spray this little section that I use, and you can do this technique with the giant transfers or any size, but I think the size C, D, and E are what I probably use this technique with the most. When did you do? I haven't posted it yet, Lena. I just made it today. It will be a video I post later. That's my little teaser in the background for you. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I did it before I went. Charlene had a rough, had a rough day yesterday, drove from, I bet that was tough. I don't know how many hours that is, but it's probably pretty far, huh? All right, so then I just take my, board eraser and clean the area that I used, okay? Then, this is what else I do. I actually have two of these, so I'm just going to use two of them. Then I'm going to put my cleaning mat on this side and just do a little flipperoo and go like this, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Why is this being weird? That is like one of the most, those were one of the top 5 sellers was 'Tis the Season. Then I clean this side on here, okay? And I'm just cleaning around where I used it. Okay, hopefully you can see all that. I'm gonna get rid of this. Yes, I got a little paste here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that up with my board eraser and a paper towel. No biggie. And then I just dry this area with a paper towel. And then because this is still stuck to my backer sheet, I can just slide it on like this. And then dry it like this. Does that make sense? So this is what I do when I have a really big transfer or from this size up. If I only use part of it, 7 hours. Well, that is a long way. Aw, that's exciting, Pat Hill. And now this is totally ready to use again. Okay, so that's just a little trick. So, hit the heart button for me when you get here. Type the word treat. Okay, so now I got my little tape board. We're going to use some cutouts that I made with my laser. You guys know I'm having so much fun with that. And hope your day is going good and Joe is healing. Yes, thank you, Vicki. My day today is much better than yesterday. You guys, I didn't go live yesterday. Zola, some of you might know that I had a border collie. She was 14 and a half, and we ended up having to make the decision to have her laid to rest yesterday. So, and then my son had an emergency sort of a surgery, I guess, in the middle of it all. So it was a little rough yesterday on me. Mentally, a mentally tough day yesterday. Joe is doing fine. I just actually was talking to him. I mean, yes, he's in pain, but he's fine. And we're, getting used to the new normal. Oh, you did? Oh, that's awesome, Cindy. I'm so glad you got that and you loved it. Hi, Jen. I was just thinking of you today. How is everybody? Okay, so what we're going to do is this is the Happy Fall Y'all Treat cutouts that I have in my Etsy shop. And for now, I'm just going to paint all of these white. It's probably going to take 2 coats, but we're going to give it a quick zhuzh here. Yeah, everything kind of happened at the same time yesterday, so it was just an emotional day. I just kept saying, this is a terrible, terrible day. It's a terrible day. Terrible day. But, sometimes, anyway, it is what it is. It's part of having dogs, and I got my July box today. Can't do it right now, but I'll keep doing. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you guys all are getting them. If you didn't get them today, there were a few that ordered in the second batch. So yours went out like day 2, the second day. So if you didn't get yours today, you may get yours tomorrow or soon, because it literally went out the day after. So if you're wondering, all these people are saying, hey, I got my July box. So guys, do me a favor, when you create with your July box, if you'll post a picture and put it in my VIP group, I would love to see like your take on it and how it went. Hi, Jennifer Rogers and Paula. How are you? I haven't seen you in so long, Paula, till the last couple days. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I missed you. We're going to do one more coat of this. So yeah, if you got your July box and once you create with it, if you'll just post it in the VIP group, I would love to see you guys do it. I feel like a proud mom with them. I had a couple people send me pictures of when it arrived. And I'm currently working very hard on the August one. So I hope you guys love July and will love August even as much. Okay, we're just getting these painted and then we're going to use our transfer. Well, I'm glad you're back, Paula. Hope all is well. So guys, if you're new, I paint a lot with the sponge brushes with the chalk paste because it is a paste. I like to get my brush a little bit wet, and these were damp because, of course, I just cleaned them. And then it makes it a little easier to spread the paste, okay? So that's why I use that. I'm so glad you got rid of your boot. You're probably tired of clunking around in that. That's been a while for you, Vicki. Okay, we're going to get these dry, and then we're going to chalk on them. I I got 20 new items in my on my Etsy shop. So if you type the word treat and check your messages, I have lots and lots of new cutouts on there. I'm still working on some more, but for now there's 20. If there's one that you're looking for that you didn't see on there just yet, send me a message. I'm going to, I can do them all. I just haven't done them all. I am working on it. I'm a one-woman show over here. Okay, so here are all our pieces, and this is how they'll come for you. And this one, along with the 'Tis the Season behind me, this reusable silkscreen transfer was in the top 5, okay? So I decided, they went in like a warning for low quantity. There's still a lot there. It's just they went on day 1 of the fall launch. They went, they sold over 50% of their supply. In this one, in the 'Tis the Season, the one about the little witch in All of Us also was in the top 5. And there was a couple more, but I can't remember what they were. I'd have to go back and look. But anyway, so I wanted to show you this one. Apparently this one was very popular. When you paint the cutouts, what you're going to want to do is take your sandpaper and just do a light sanding to smooth out your paint. Because what happens when you paint on wood, it kind of brings up the fibers on the wood. I don't know if that's the right term, but that's what I'm going to call it. And it's just going to give you a cleaner, crisper lines if you go through this process. You don't have to do it this way. You'll still get a nice look. But this just ensures that you will, okay? Okay, so now we're going to do a little wax on all of the cutouts. Actually, my wax is at the very end, so I need to heat mine up. Hang on. I'm at the very bottom of this wax, and so it's a little bit dry. So I find if I heat mine up, it works a lot better. I don't know if I'm going to worry so much about these, but we're going to give it a little bit of an attempt. These are so tiny, I don't think it'll matter. String of leaves. Oh, that's right, the string of leaves. Yes. Yes, that one is really cool. That one doesn't surprise me. That was one of my favorites. It's one of the new sizes that we have. It is, let's see, this one, right? Oh no, that's not it. Were you talking about this one, Lena? Or is there another one called String of Leaves? That one's not called String of Leaves, so I guess I don't know which one you're talking about. Okay, we are going to get this all done. Yep, so you end up lining it up so there's a small little trim. Okay, and whatever your base color is what all of the green parts are going to turn out to be. Now that I say that, I should have done this. We may need to paint this. Well, we're going to do this first, and then we're going to paint this. Because we'll have to lay this back down, I guess. Okay, I'm rethinking this now that I'm looking at it. We're going to do this part in camel, which is going to be like the caramel. You could do these, you could do this in candy apple and make this like a candied. You could do it like a candied, what's the word I want to use? A candy apple. I particularly like caramel apples, so this is how I'm going to do mine. Just like so. And then I want my caramel to be like this. And then I think I'm just going to go around the edge with the camel also. So I can paint in the liner. And the same for the apple. Just like this, and then the stick the same. The stick, I'm just going to chalk the whole thing. Okay? So this is where we are. We're just created an outline for this. And I think it's going to be cute because you're going to want this to be red. Anyway, so we're going to clean this. Oh, I'm sorry you got interrupted. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Dinah. Welcome. So glad you guys are here. Guys, type the word treat, check your messages, but before you make any purchases, make sure, guys, we just hit a new launch. All this awesomeness, you could pay retail or you can enroll in the Perks program and save 30% off on all your chalk products, everything I'm using. You don't want to pay retail, guys. The Perks program is a no-brainer. So where it says when you type treat and you get a message from me, there's a button that says Perks Peak. It's showing you can get this discounted kit. You don't have to buy that kit. It's just something offered to Perks members. But you can enroll in the Perks program for $20. But you're getting that back in product credit, and you can use that to shop for 30 days at 30% off. So it's just saving you 30% off. The Perks Peak is just a part for you to kind of start the process by looking at the big kit that they offer Perks members only. So it's just an option. Okay. We're going to dry this. We're going to do a little painting. And while I'm painting, I'm going to show you this apple. Would you paint this part red and let the red peek through? I think I will. I don't think I want that white there. Tell me what you think. Would you leave it white or would you paint it red? We are going to use the new colors today. So I'm going to use this really pretty, it's called Cabernet. And what I'm going to do is just paint with my little brush here, this apple. And you can wet your brush if you like and get it real thin looking, like more of a watercolor coverage. I'm not going to do that. I might do it at the end just to smooth it out. I basically just want this to have complete coverage. This is such a deep, pretty red, but honestly, this would be very pretty in any color. I was going to use candy apple, but that is out of stock right now, so use any red you have on hand. Okay, I'm just smoothing this out a little bit. And then I think, were you guys saying red? Paint it pink to show a reflection. I received the kit yesterday. Today I'm thinking about ordering a candy cane cafe. Oh, yay! Red. I think, Charlene, you're on the right track there. So what I'm going to do is wet it down a little bit. I'm going to water it down a little bit. So in those areas, I won't have it as dark. How about that? We'll use the same red, but we're going to wet our brush. And then maybe it'll be just a little lighter. Like a shade lighter. It won't be as dark as up here. Up here is like super dark. Yeah, because it's kind of like spots that the caramel didn't get. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, I think that's good. Isn't it such a pretty... Oh, honestly, there's the other thing that we learned in my leader meeting last night is that the colors were a huge hit. They were like, oh, that was the other thing. It was the, that was the fourth thing. I don't know, remember the fifth thing, but the fourth thing was the colors. You guys, they were in the top 5 sellers were these new in vogue colors. This one's called Marmalade. And we're just gonna, I'm just using the fall colors for fun. You could do this any color you want. It really doesn't matter. It's crafting. It's not supposed to be, you know, stressful. It's supposed to be fun. Okay, and one coat's going to be just fine with that. And then we're going to use, I'm going to go back. I should have left it over here. This is like my go-to color now. You guys, I love espresso. I did not put it in the cart link because I was thinking, I was thinking just the caramel I wanted to be in this camel. But I think we're going to do this, most of the outline in this espresso, deep espresso color. We're going to love it. But I'm just painting in the stick right now. And again, if you like things more colorful, just go ahead and use whatever colors you like. Love the marble. Yes, it's going to be perfect for that. I got all the paste and ink colors. Oh, it's going to, you are going to be just craft your life away when your hand can stand it, aren't you, Lena? Okay, here we go. So now we want to make sure everything is nice and dry. I'm going to set that aside. Going to get our transfer out. And we're going to do one, what color? I think I'm going to do the letters. I want them to be pretty bright, so I'm going to do those in the marmalade. Okay. I'm going to do the smaller ones and then add in the big one. This one will be more obvious on how, oh, I might have to do the small ones and then put that one in. Okay, so we're going to use the marmalade. It's been too long you haven't been able to craft, Lena. That's not good. All right, we're gonna press this in. Now, because the letters are slightly bigger than the transfer, you're gonna need to do the small ones and then the big ones, or vice versa. They won't all fit, but this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that. Show you guys. Should be like a little outline. Some of them I made a little bigger outline than others because you guys had mentioned, most of you seem to want them connected instead of doing individual letters. So I tried hard to make that happen. So it was less like piecemealing it together, right? Okay, so we're just going to press this in all the way around. And then we're going to lay our transfer back down for the apple. and then put it all together on our little clipboard stand. So I went today to my friend's house because we teachers have to do professional development every year. So my friend and I got all our training done. Look at there we go. That's pretty cool. Just showing the YouTube friends. So we got that done and off our list of things to do. We both have to do CPR this year, so that's another thing we'll have to do. But, you know, that we do when we get to school. I'm going to make sure this is super dry, then we're going to sand and wax it. It actually is super dry. Is it? Except right here. Okay. I have been sanding my chalk. I didn't used to, but I've been mentioning it recently. I think it turns out better when you smooth this part out. But just make sure it's super dry when you do that, okay? I have gone a little too quick and then smeared it, so you don't want that to happen. Okay, we're going to get our glue gun going. We're going to wax this. Cut. Again, I got to heat up my wax just a smidge. Anytime you're going to layer your transfer on top of paint or paste, you're going to want to add some wax. This is keeping your sticky transfer from pulling the paste off of your cutout, your chalkboard, whatever you put it on. That's what it's going to help protect, okay? And then you want to buff it back just like this. Make it shiny and slippery, okay? And then we're going to put our apple back down. Now I already fuzzed this. It was sitting on my fuzz cloth. And then we're going to line this up. But how are we going to line it up? I think just like this. And then I'm thinking we're going to have to do, well, we don't have to. I'm choosing to do this in two ways. So I'm going to do the espresso part first, which is going to be this whole stick. Okay, all the way across. We're going to do the top part of the apple. I probably should have done the lighter one first, but that's okay. And this is just going to get the detail back onto our apple. Okay, and then we're going to do the camel again. I didn't originally plan to do it in this way. That's why I kind of was being, what's the word I want to say, like gingerly with the camel the first time. You don't really have to do that. You can just chalk the whole thing in one color and it will be fine. But because I want my caramel to be light brown, this is why we're doing it. You could do this whole thing in espresso and it would be cute also. Okay, and then Sandy, I actually have not been into Hobby Lobby, but my friend, because I've spent my whole summer in my garage using my laser machine, but my teacher friend, or she's just my friend really, but she went and got us a planner from Hobby Lobby yesterday, actually. I'm sure they have tons of cute things. They actually have something in there that I made for us 2 years ago. It says like no name on it with all these clips or whatever. I already made that. but I have not been in. Okay, here we go. This is going to reveal our details. What do you guys think? So cute. This is super cute. All right, again, you could do the bottom in any color, but we are going to get this all set up onto our little clipboard, okay? So cute. So cute. My hand still isn't fixed. I can't bend my middle finger. Oh my goodness, that's what happened to Lena. She hurt herself and then she hurt herself again because she fell. So be careful. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. That's so sweet of you. All right, let's get all this put under here. Let's get our clipboard stand out. Now this is already dry. Not that we're gonna chalk on it, but we do need that. Here we go. So I'm gonna make a plan. Oh, this is gonna be adorable. So the fall, y'all, I forget how this goes. I guess I could look at the transfer. Does this go like this? Yes. I think this is how it goes. Now, on my website, I can't remember if I put the little apostrophe, but you will get the little apostrophe with the cutouts. Mine, I lost mine. But if you decide to get this the cutouts here, you're going to get the little apostrophe also. Just so you know. I should have dried this before I set it all on here. This almost has a bit of a Halloween vibe to it, doesn't it? Okay, I like this like this. Kind of wishing this was in the black section, like that. But that's all right. All right, so I'm just making a plan, figuring out where I want everything. And I'm going to start with the apple. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. Okay, I've been using this Gorilla, the Gorilla wood glue. You guys, I have dropped so many of my projects behind me after using this, and it stays. So it is, just so you know, I'm a dropper. I drop things. It's what happens when you're Nancy, or I don't drop it, but what actually happens is I bump something and then they all come tumbling because I have so many things behind me. But anyhow, the Gorilla wood glue holds up to even Nancy's dropping of things. Okay, we'll do the y'all. Thank you. You guys love it? Like I said, this was one of the best sellers. It's in the top 5, so I thought, well, let me show it to you guys. I'm just working my way up here. There's really no rhyme or reason at this moment. For these skinny cutouts, I would say you could even paint your glue on if you wanted. This dries clear, so I've been a little more clumsy about it, but you can paint it on if you're particular about how that looks. And I think I might just take a marker and do the little apostrophe is what I might do. Ouch. Okay, we're gonna put the little happy in the curve right there. Okay, one thing, I'm just gonna grab a marker. What do you guys think? Isn't this adorable? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see if we have a bright orange. Let me see how this is gonna look though before oh, but this is like neon. I don't know if I wanna do this one. Hang on. I have a lottie-dottie one. This is going to be closer. Closer to our cutout. Like I said, if you get these, you will get the apostrophe, but I neglected. Well, I didn't neglect. I just lost it. But if I lose yours, I will find it. I'm more particular than that for you than I am for me. All right, let me try that. I'm going to make it. I don't know if I can do it. Yes, I'm using this is one of the new markers. I love them. They work really well on the chalkboard, especially. That's kind of what they're made for. I don't know if I'm going to trace around this or just leave it. I was thinking I would trace around it, but I actually don't know if I'm going to do that. Let me see. Let me see. You want to shake them, and then you just draw with them. But they work better on the chalkboard than other things. Hang on, mine's got a little black on it. I'm like blind over here. I'm trying to get it working and I can't see if I have it working or not. The tips flip around so you can make it pointier or more of a flat look. Okay, then I went around it, and now what I'm going to do, traced it in white, I'm actually going to just paint in this marmalade so it's more uniform. It wasn't exactly the right orange, so that's annoying me. You guys know I'm not usually that particular, but that was a thing. When you sell this piece, you mean the finished piece, Charlene? Are you talking about the finished piece? That's very kind of you. Okay, here we go. Let's put it together. You can make one, Charlene. But, you know, whatever. If you want it. Let's do this part first. So let me think about this. So this comes with a washer, a nut, and a screw. I don't know if I'm going to need a screwdriver to put it together or not. So let's just figure this out. How does this go? This way? No. How do we, does it just hook onto the... Well, what I'm wondering is, how do you, hold please, hold please, I want to see how this is attached. Clipboard stand. Let me see if they show it. I'm hoping they do. Oh, they do. All right, hang on. Let me just see how this goes. Oh, I see. Okay, perfect. Okay, the way this works is you just hang this like this. It just hangs. You can make it as tight or not. So you can put this wherever you want. The way they have it is like hooked here. But I think I'm going to put mine lower. Because that's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for my design. So I'm going to put mine a little higher. It just, depending on where you want to put the screw, is going to depend on if you need a screwdriver or not. I need one. Let's hope I have a regular one, but I think a little mini one would work also. All right, mine right here. Oops. Oh wait, I don't have to screw this. That's right. You just push it in. Push it in where you want it. Sorry, you don't need the screwdriver there. But then you're going to put your washer and your nut in the back. So in order to get it super tight, you're probably going to want to hold it on the front. But honestly, finger tightening it like this is working just fine. So I didn't really even need the screwdriver. Okay, and then, so see, then you can clip something over it if you want to. And then you put this in the back. And that is your clipboard stand. What do you guys think? Does the screw and washer go in the front? No, it does not, Daniel. Daniel, the way you become a designer is you just request a link from me, and I can message you right after this with my direct link, and then you just sign up. Becoming a designer, guys, is the same cost as a Perks member. So Daniel, you can become a designer and sell the product like I do. You can not sell the product at all and just get 40% off. Or you can sell, like, do workshops or craft shows, whatever you like. But I can definitely send you my direct link after the live if you'd like. Do you guys love this? Isn't it so cute? All right, guys, what do you think? I think it turned out so cute. And like I said, this was super popular. It's still gonna last. They actually, this is the only one out of the top 5, though, that they're not going to restock. So I'm not saying if you'll miss it today, but in the next couple of weeks, this one probably is going to sell out. They will not reorder this particular transfer. The other 4 have already been reordered, so don't worry about that. But this one, you want to grab relatively soon because it will sell out, especially because of the price point. It's smaller. Okay, awesome. I will message you right after the live. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. You know that. Type the word treat and check your messages. Thanks, everybody. Bye.